Beautiful lesson today. I am tired as fuck, about to go to sleep, but I was like, you know what? I can't let you down because I know most likely today or in the next few years or month, whatever the case may be, you're gonna listen to these ones and you're gonna gain as much as value that I'm gaining each trade that I'm taking. So check this out, okay? So this one was pretty impeccable, okay? We went on a Discord community. I shared pretty much everything in details for free. Can you fucking imagine? I mean, it's unmatched, to be honest. So anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm looking to the continuation of the longs, depending on the timing and all their interconnected. This, I believe, we could reach the price at 41.83. Okay, watch this, 41.83 right there. Isila, right there. And then, so this is basically the chart that I shared. And as well, you see that rectangle? This is the zone where I'm currently looking for filler or shorting. So this was pretty much encircled, and I said it should be one of the best price to buy and swing it all the way to 42.40. Okay, for many reasons, but the point is this specific one was not only incredible in terms of like swinging it, but also the filler. Filler means, okay, in my language, means that you want to fill the trade so that way you can maximize the amount of pips so that it could cover up your stop losses on the other side. So basically, think about an analogy of ping pong, right? So you swing it on the upside and then you swing it on the downside, meaning you're trying to get the long and the short. It's very dangerous, very hard. I've been in this terrain pretty much a lot in my career, so this is something that I've refined, and it's something that I like to do. Okay, and then if you guys want the filler, we're going in now. Okay, 8:30 a.m. Let's see, 8:30 a.m. We're gonna go on, for example, 3 minute here. Da, da, da. Let's see. So at 8:30, right there. Okay, I literally call it. You can see it here, 8:30 on the downside. Okay, this is the time. I said I'm going in now. Riskier, obviously. The stop loss was pretty tight. Okay, it was around 60 pips if I remember. It's all here, and the TP is there. The stop loss is there. You got it all in front of you. Okay, so around like 65 pips. Okay, the beauty about this trade is that once this being reached, well, the long would be technically risk-free. Okay, the initial stop loss was larger. It was around here, and the entry was somewhere like this. Okay, so it was like 130 pips of trade. So the lesson that you can get out of this trade is that you get the filler. Not only get this filler for 70 pips. Imagine, hypothetically, you get 70 pips of stop loss. You get that trade, 170 pips, okay, of take profit. If worst case scenario, you miss that trade, I even wrote everything. Okay, this will cover up the stop loss, size of the long. Let's see. Stop loss adjusted to 42.14. Okay, so this is 55 pips. Like literally 5 minutes later. Okay, we reduce the pips size of the stop loss so that way we manage the risk. And now currently at 100 pips, like everything is there. Like you can't have anything so much more precise than that. By the way, for fucking free. Um, Taking partial half of the position now, 135 pips, so around 67 pips locked in. We said it. And as well as take profit for the filler adjusted 41.84. Okay, so everything is there. Considering taking the full TP on a filler soon, possibility that they will never retrace. We will play it smart, secure the pips, and if we were missing the long, we will adjust based on what we will write and see at the point. Meaning that we probably would have missed it. Okay, at this point, okay, there's some probability that they would never actually reach the price right here. Okay, let's forget what's going on here. Okay, so the idea overall, so this is a beautiful lesson for you. The filler was right, the trade was right, the idea overall was not that right. Why? Well, they've changed certain things. Things happen on the back end of what's going on, and the intentions and the fundamentals and the storyline. So at that point, I mean, every level were pretty clean cut. Okay, so right here, right here. So the ping pong was good. Here, I secured the pips because I saw that the trade was taking their time. You know, you had this beautiful low here, some resistance, and we could have basically did double bottom with this and then finally go fly up without doing any imminent retracement. We were around probably 150, 160, 170 pips. I think I said it here. 140 pips of secured. And I even say the buy limit remains at 41.83-ish. No risk on the main course. Let's see. The main goal was to secure the downside risk. And then I said Bank of Japan intervention, probably, and bipolar Trump. So new buy limit at 41.81. And you can see that I'm very dynamic. Okay, things are changing. Worst case scenario, plus 40 pips. Best case scenario, plus 740 pips. So there's no risk, basically. Like after, from 8:30 to 8:35, there was basically no risk. Initially, so think about it. We took 70 pips of risk for 740 pips of potential gain. That's asymmetric in now. So I said 41.84. So I decided finally at 9:30. I said, you know what, fuck it. I could see certain things going on at this point in time. So it was right here, 8:30, 9:30, around here. So of 84-ish, I entered my position. So we all entered floating. So again, if you've missed the filler, you could have basically the long, which was like 250 pips of floating and take profit. Some people are conservative based on their journal. They can take their trades. I mean, they can take their profit. I even myself took another partial a bit above. I said it here. It's a great reaction so far. 70 pips in. The precision satisfaction pays off sometimes. Taking break even here. So 41.98, 70 pips. I also readjusted my stop loss. I put it at, if I remember, 78. So technically speaking, few minutes later, no risk on this one. And we've already locked in 70 pips, 140, so like 210 pips locked in for sure. And what a 55 pips of stop loss. I mean, I'm not going to break all this down for you, but the point of this is that everything is written there. Everything is there. Like it's so dynamic. It's so on the moment. This is real trading, guys. It's not set and forget. And you just put your trade and you forget. That's not how it works. And everyone has the same intention. What's the intention? To win the game. You think anyone out there is taking a trade with the intention to actually take a loss? Of course not. They're there to win. So each trade they're taking, it's based on a conceptual way of thinking and belief that they will actually win the game. And it's a zero-sum game. So what makes you think sharper and better than these people, right? These cats are not stupid either. They have their own perception and you should respect it. So that's why we're playing the game of probability. And it cannot be as simple as double top, Fibonacci, set and forget. This is not how trading is. It's a game of probability. So anyway, the lesson here, every filler that I am going to take from now on, okay? So this was basically quite some few pips. We're talking about like 250. So the goal was like 270, 250 pips. Initially, I thought about 170 pips because that's something around there that we took. But the filler was pretty interesting. It's 270 pips, which is quite a lot. You can make a decent amount with it. On these trades, it's okay. I will give myself the permission to take some break even, meaning taking half my position at a certain state of the price action where I believe that there's some form of resistance. That's fine. But if the trade were be, for example, 100 pips, 120 pips of filler, okay? First, for instance, hypothetically, I wanted to go long here, right here at the level of 4,200. I will never allow myself to take any break even. The criteria here is less than 100 pips, no break even allowed. More than 100 pips, right? Be realistic, 150, 200 pips, 300 pips of filler. Well, that at that point, you could take some half of your position at a certain point because you just never know. This is the lesson. At this point, all I have to say is God bless you all. Join us for free. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And until the next time, take care. God bless you all.